All right, so Cardano, right, it's making waves and everyone wants to know more. Well, good thing we've got this report, and let me tell you, it is packed with juicy details.
Seriously, this is one of the most comprehensive breakdowns I've seen. We've got a lot to unpack.
Okay, so let's not waste any time. Cardano,
Hmm.
what's the deal? What's in the secret sauce?
At its core, Cardano's all about security and efficiency. They've got this thing called Ouroboros.
Ouroboros sounds kind of mythical, like a Hydra or something.
Well, it's their proof-of-stake system, and it blows proof-of-work out of the water, at least when it comes to energy consumption.
Music to my environmentally conscious ears. Okay, so less energy, good for the planet. But how's it work?
Imagine a bunch of people voting, yeah. But here, your voting power depends on how much ADA you stake, basically, how much you're putting in to show support.
So the more you're invested, the bigger your voice. I like it.
Exactly. And get this, Cardano uses a layered approach for its blockchain.
Layered, huh? Like a cake.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I love cake.
Okay, so think two sides of a kitchen, right? One side is purely for handling ADA transactions, the works, that's the settlement layer. Then you've got the computation layer where all the smart contract magic happens.
Oh, so it's like keeping your baking supplies separate from, like, your tax documents. Organization is key.
Exactly. Keeps
Yeah.
everything running smoothly. And speaking of real-world stuff, this report digs into Cardano's partnership in Ethiopia.
Ethiopia? Now, that's not what I expected.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Right. You don't expect cutting-edge blockchain in. Well, you'll see. They're using Cardano to track student records. 5 million students.
5 million? That's wild. How's it been working out?
It's still early days, but the potential is huge, right? Imagine tamper-proof school records, especially in a place where proving your education can be a real struggle.
Wow. That's real impact right there.
Absolutely. And it's not just social good. Cardano's holding its own in the market, too.
Right. Crypto's kind of important here. How's ADA doing these days?
Well, you know, crypto, ups and downs. Remember back in 21 when it hit over $3?
Oh, yeah. The Wild West days. But we're not in 21 anymore. What's the current situation?
Right now, we're looking at around 90 cents.
So a dip, but crypto's volatile. Still standing strong, though.
Oh, for sure. The market cap's sitting pretty at around 31 billion.
It's nothing to sneeze at. Okay, but how's it stack up against the big dogs? Like Ethereum or Solana?
This report, it's like they went into the boxing ring, full comparison. Consensus mechanisms, transactions per second, the whole 9 yards.
All right, so let's break it down. Cardano versus the heavyweights.
You bet. Let's start with Ethereum. It's the big kahuna of smart contracts.
The OG, right. Been around the block a time or two. So how does Cardano compare?
Well, Cardano's got that Ouroboros going for it, that proof of stake we talked about.
Right, the eco-friendly one.
Exactly. Ethereum's actually moving to proof of stake too, but they're taking a different road. You know, it's been interesting to watch.
A whole journey. Okay, but let's talk speed. Transactions per second, that's the name of the game for some people. How does Cardano handle all that?
Speed's important, no doubt. Right now, Ethereum's doing about 30 transactions per second. Cardano's got a bit of an edge, clocking in around 250. But then there's Solana.
Solana, the speed demon. I've heard whispers.
65,000 transactions per second. They're boasting anyway.
65,000. That's insane.
Sounds good on paper, right? But there have been some stability issues, even outages. They're working on it, but it shows the difference in approach, you know?
It's that tortoise and hare thing, isn't it? Slow and steady wins the race.
Exactly. Cardano's all about building a really solid foundation, even if it takes a bit longer. All that math, the formal verification, it makes it way more secure in the long run.
So Solana might be winning the speed race right now, but Cardano could be in it for the long haul.
Now you're getting it. And then we've got Polkadot. Totally different beast.
Ooh, do tell. What makes Polkadot so special?
Think of it as like a blockchain highway, connects all of these different blockchains. They call them parachains. And
Okay, so if Cardano's building the system and Ethereum's like the all-rounder, then Polkadot's the one bringing everyone together.
bingo. It's all about interoperability, getting different blockchains to talk to each other, share data. Super cool stuff.
That's wild. Okay, so we've talked about where Cardano stands right now. But what about the future? What's coming down the pipeline? Any exciting developments?
Oh, always. Cardano's constantly evolving. Right now, they're in this phase called Voltaire.
Voltaire. Sounds kind of dramatic, like a revolution or something. What's so special about it?
It's all about decentralized governance, right? Like a democracy, but for the Cardano community.
So less top-down, more collaborative, everyone gets a say.
Exactly. They're building a treasury system. So if you hold ADA, you can submit proposals, vote on upgrades, the whole shebang. You have a real voice in how Cardano grows.
The power of the people. I like it. Speaking of holding ADA, This report mentioned staking. What's the deal with that? Is that a big thing in the Cardano world?
Huge. It's how you support the network. Plus, you earn some passive income on the side, kind of like we talked about before with the slot leaders. And the Cardano community, super into it.
How into it are we talking? Like a handful of people, or is it more than that?
More. Over 70% of all ADA out there is staked right now. That's a serious vote of confidence.
70%. That's wild. What kind of returns are we talking about? For staking, I mean.
It changes a bit, but usually it's between 4 to 6% annually.
Not bad, not bad. Just for holding on to your ADA, I could get behind that. But it sounds like overall, Cardano's got a pretty bright future, huh?
It definitely has the potential. They're doing things differently, building slowly, carefully, and it's starting to pay off.
While everyone else is racing to be the fastest, the shiniest, Cardano's laying down the groundwork for something more sustainable.
Exactly. But remember, crypto, it's like the Wild West out here. Things change fast. New tech, new regulations.
True, true. But it seems like Cardano's prepared. You know, they've got the tech, they've got the community, and they've definitely got a vision.
For sure. And it'll be super interesting to see what they do next, especially with their focus on real-world use cases. They're really making moves in developing countries.
That's what's so cool about it, right? It's not just about making a quick buck. It's about changing the game, making finance more accessible for everyone.
Exactly. And that brings us back to the Ethiopia partnership.
Right. Imagine bringing millions of people into a system that's more transparent, more accessible. It could be huge.
Absolutely. And that's just one example. Supply chain management, identity verification. Cardano is involved in so much cool stuff, all using blockchain for good.
It's inspiring, honestly. They're not just talking about it, they're out there doing it.
And that's what makes Cardano so exciting. It has the potential to make a real difference.
It's not just about the tech, it's about the impact.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
It really makes you think about the possibilities, doesn't it? We've covered a ton of ground, the tech, the real-world impact, what the future holds for Cardano.
A real deep dive.
It really has been. And I gotta say, I'm even more fascinated by Cardano now. But, gotta ask, one last thing before we wrap up.
Shoot.
We've talked sustainability, accessibility, how Cardano's gaining traction in developing economies. So, could this change how we view global finance entirely?
The million-dollar question, right. It's a challenge to the way things have always been done, but that's where the really exciting stuff happens.
Totally. And on that note, we'll leave you all with that thought. Dig deeper, see what's out there, come to your own conclusions.
This is really just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Cardano and what blockchain can do. There's always more to learn.
Think of this as your crash course, your jumping off point into the world of Cardano.
Maybe you'll be the one building the next big thing. Who knows?
The future is out there for the taking. That's what makes this so exciting. So, until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions.
And we'll be here to help you navigate the exciting world of blockchain, one deep dive at a time.
This has been The Deep Dive. Catch you later.